welcome. It's Luann Pygott. We are in my kitchen. We are at my mixer. And today I am making a cake for my Sunday dinner. Tomorrow I'm going to do the regular part of the Sunday dinner, but today we're doing the cake. So what I am going to make today, here let me show you the picture, is hummingbird cake. Now I have had hummingbird cake before, but I've barely had it because people always put nuts in it. It does call for nuts. I don't like nuts, so I don't put it in there. It calls for a cup of chopped walnuts, but anytime I've ever had this cake that anybody has ever made it, they've always put nuts in it, and I don't like nuts, so I've always just had little microscopic bites of this cake to eat around the nuts, but it tastes really good. So I have no idea why it's called hummingbird cake. There's no hummingbirds in it, but it's called hummingbird cake, but really what it is banana pineapple cake. So I'm going to make this, no nuts, and I will tell you, I made this cake once, probably 15 years ago, from a recipe, not this recipe, and it was a total flop. I don't know why. It was like heavy as a rock. It didn't rise correctly. Hi! Your KitchenAid, bro. Oh no. Oh dear. So now what do you do? Oh my goodness. Once you have one of these, you can't survive without it. Oh, I'm so sorry. But the hummingbird cake that I made like 15 years ago, I don't know if I left something out of it, if my oven wasn't right, if the pan was, I don't know what happened, but it was like, it didn't rise. So, and I know they say sometimes if you don't have good baking soda, that could do it, but I used it after that on other things and it was fine. So maybe I forgot to put it in. That's why I've never made this cake since, because I didn't know what the problem was. So I'm like, I can't fix it if I don't know what was wrong. But it's really good, so I would like to try to make this again. This is a different recipe of it. I don't even know if I have that other recipe, but here we go. So I am actually going to make just a third of this recipe because it's just for me and Mom, and I don't want a lot, but this is a 3-layer cake. So I'm going to give you the amounts that you put in the whole cake. Okay, so there's my little thing. And so you're going to start with 2 cups of mashed ripe banana. Okay, so this is the only banana I have. This is as ripe as it's going to get right now because it's what I got. So you want 2 cups. So I just take bananas, and I love banana bread, and so this reminds me of like banana bread because it's so good. I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to mash that up just like this. You can do this however you want. Then I'm going to measure. Actually, I hope this is enough. I only have 1 banana. Let's hope it's enough. Let me see where my measuring thing is. Here we go. It's probably enough. I didn't even think about maybe I should have bought 1 more banana. But this is what we got, so this is what we're going to use. Here we go. So you put like 1 cup. I'm going to put this in. Oh, there goes my thing. My thing fell down. Hold on. My beater. Let me get that back up in there. Stay there now. Okay, it does start with in the bowl. We're going to start with the banana in the bowl. So I'm going to mash up the rest of this banana. Uh-oh. Slipped right out of my hand. There we go. I think I should have gotten 2 bananas. Oh, we're going to see if it fits in here. Should I get all these strings off the banana? No, it's got a soft spot, but oh well. Okay. Now, you would probably need like 3 or 4 bananas to do this for the full recipe. Oh yeah, this is like barely enough, but it's enough. Okay, so I'm going to put the banana in the mixer. There's that. Then I'm going to add, oh, I did forget to look something up. Oh, I meant to look up something. Hold on. I think it's, because I use lemon zest. Oh, I know. I need to find that recipe. I use lemon extract instead of lemon zest. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm reading this. Okay, here we go. All right, so you use about half the amount of zest. Okay, so I couldn't remember which way, if you're using lemon extract instead of lemon zest, I couldn't remember what to do. but I have it written down somewhere else. If I don't have lemon zest, I have lemon extract because it's so much easier. Okay, hold on. Let me get this together here. Okay, so I got my oven on 350. Okay, so then after the bananas, we're going to add a cup and a half of canola oil. So I'm going to measure my oil. Okay, we're going to pour this over here in my bowl. Then we're going to have 3 large eggs. This one was actually very easy to do in thirds, this recipe. Instead of making 3 layers, I'm just making one layer cake. So there's my egg. Room temperature, it says, so I can put my egg in there. And then I'm also going to put 1 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple, like in the all-natural juice. So that's this can like this. So you're going to put that in there with the juice, undrained. I'm wondering when I made that cake before if I put too big a can of this in there or something. I may have. Okay, this does not want to open. My goodness, there we go. All right, let me get a spoon because since I'm using a third of it, I have to try to spoon a third of this out of here. I'm putting that in there. All right, that's pretty good there. Yep, that's not bad. Okay, so then we're going to mix the bananas, the oil, the eggs, the pineapple, and the vanilla. Okay, so the vanilla, you're going to have 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, let's go over here. Here we go. Okay, then we have our vanilla. Okay, so then that's what we're going to mix to start. Have you ever made hummingbird cake? Have you ever eaten hummingbird cake? Really good. So I'm mixing that. Okay, so then we're going to combine the dry ingredients. I'm going to put this back over here. Let me find me a little bowl. Hold on. I don't know if that's big enough. We're going to try it. Just a second here. I need to find a place. Okay, there you go. So we're going to put into here the dry ingredients. So we're going to put in, you will use 3 cups of flour. Get my flour out here. I guess I should be moving my phone around. I'm just not doing it. Okay. You're going to put 3 cups of flour in there for the full size. Then you're going to put 2 cups of sugar. That's my sugar. There we go. Kind of got stuff spread out all over the place here. Okay. This is what I want right there. Yep. Right, two cups of sugar. Just to put that in here too. Make sure this is right. Yep, this is right. Okay. Then we're going to have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Let me see, here's my baking soda. Okay. Then we're going to have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Well, that's a lot of salt, but this is what it says. Okay, hold on here. Salt. Okay. then I think that's all that goes in there. Let's see, gradually beat. Okay, banana, flour, sugar, salt, baking soda, and cinnamon. Okay, we're all good with that. So I'm going to take this whisk. I'm going to gently stir all my dry ingredients together. Then we're going to mix that into the wet. Well, this is easy. Mix the wet, then you mix the dry, put them together, you're done. Now, if you want to put in a cup of walnuts, you will put it in after this. But that's the part I don't like, so I'm not putting that in. Okay, so here we have, there is our pan. So we're going to add in the dry. There we are. And we're going to gently stir. And there we go. See, that's real runny. I guess it's supposed to be. I say I'm a little gun shy since this last time I made this many years ago. It did not turn out. Boy, I'm hoping it turns out this time. Okay, let me get my pan. Let me show you what I do with the pan. That's a 9-inch pan. It uses 3 9-inch pans, the whole recipe does. So I'm going to spray just a little of this on the bottom. You can use butter or Crisco and flour if you'd rather. But I spray a little cooking spray at the bottom. Then I take a piece of parchment paper like this. This is a square of parchment, and you fold it, and you fold it again, and you take the corner where it's all folded, and you start folding it like this till you get it kind of like a little tiny triangle. Then you take your scissors, and you're going to measure roughly from the middle. Can you see what I'm doing? Oh yeah. You're going to measure from the middle of the pan to this outside edge, and you're going to cut along that edge. Let me see how that did. A little bit more, I think. Yep. And you're going to open this up, and you have a circle that fits in your pan, and this will completely make the cake come out. You just take and press that down in there. I think I still could have made it smaller, but that's okay. Just press it down in. Then once you get that in there, you can leave this out if you want, but I am kind of over cake layers that don't come out of the pan. I'm just over it. So I always line cake pans. The only one I don't do is sour cream pound cake. Because it always comes out because it's like all butter. Every other pan, if I want the cake out, if I'm not leaving it in the pan, I always line it with parchment paper. Okay, then I'll spray it again with the spray. Then we're just going to put our batter in here. All right, let me pick this up. Bring it over here. That cooking spray always makes me cough if I inhale it. And I inhaled it. Ugh. Always smells horrible. Okay. There we go. Let me get all the batter off of the beater. Okay. Put this over here. I'm going to pour this in the pan. Like I say, you will distribute the full recipe. You will distribute it into 3 different 9-inch cake pans, and my whole notepad just fell onto the floor. That's what that noise was. Well, luckily it's just paper. I don't know why it slid, but there it went. Okay, so I'm going to put this all in here, and I'm hoping and praying now this turns out right. If it doesn't, we're done here. We'll be done if this doesn't turn out. But I see people all the time with this hummingbird cake bringing it somewhere, and I'm like, oh, look, they did it. Theirs turned out. How come mine didn't turn out? I still don't know. But we're going to try it again. It's a real wet batter, but still, if other people can master those, and it's very easy, so I don't know what the deal was. Something was wrong, but I never figured out what. Okay, so there we have the batter in there. So you're going to take it, smack it on the counter to get the bubbles out. Then we're going to put it in the oven. So you would put all 3 of them in the oven, 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes until it tests clean. And then we'll ice it. Of course, it has to cool. I'll come back later and do the icing. So the icing, we'll take a 1/4 cup of shortening, 2 tablespoons of butter softened, a teaspoon of grated lemon zest or half a teaspoon of lemon extract, quarter teaspoon of salt, 6 cups of powdered sugar, half a cup of unsweetened pineapple juice, 2 teaspoons of half and half. And if you want chopped walnuts on the top, you can put them there too. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to smack it again. It's got more bubbles at the top. That makes the bubbles rise to the top so you don't get holes in your cake. Okay, so here we go into the oven. We're going to set it for 25 minutes. There we go. Then we shall check it. So there we are, hummingbird cake. I hope you have a good evening. Bye.